So we covered Egypt. Barely. We didn't go into it. The first ruling dynasty. Egypt was superseded by Assyria, and that's Ben-Hadad and his army. You might remember the subject when the children of Israel were outnumbered, and they came up against Sennacherib's army, and it was 180,000 soldiers, and the children of Israel were outnumbered. They had a fight in the morning, going to school, and the bully was gonna fight you. You been there? Or on the block in the ghetto, the bully looking for you, huh? I never had a fight before. I'm going inside. The children of Israel were used to fighting, but the bully was too big. They were small in number, but to face 180 racks, 180,000 soldiers, straight up. We're gonna watch this fight. Gee whiz. The Bible said they prayed all night and then went to sleep. In the morning when they woke up, all Sennacherib's 180,000 soldiers was dead. Damn, it wasn't nothing to see. The power of prayer, you take it how you want. To the people, that didn't happen, that didn't happen, that didn't happen. Just because your book don't got a whole bunch of wow, that don't mean it didn't happen. True, we weren't there, but that's your belief system comes in. And if that's how you want it, but then take the message, that prayer, belief, or we will be going deep, the pineal gland, or your third eye. My third eye seen all of that. The R, brothers was telling us. However it happened, it got through. Their prayer got through to their God. Your conscious meditation got through to the universe or the supreme being. Your third eye projection, focus, and whatever rituals got through to Mars. They woke up the next morning, their prayers was to the Most High God of the Hebrews. Israelites got through because 180,000 of Sennacherib's army was dead. It was like, well, what happened? Guess we gotta go collect the spoils. Give me that. Oh, take that back. They didn't take nothing from another country and bring it in to theirs because it was considered a curse. They were the children of God, not the children of a God that's a relic or a symbol or a statue or something carved or made of stone or burned or chiseled. So that to them was a curse. And when someone brought something in to the arm after defeating an army, they went into another battle and like 40,000 people died in the days of Moses, taking it back from David. Moses and Aaron looked at each other. I could see them in the back like, we crossed the Red Sea, brother. And ever since then, we know we got angels in front of us, behind us. The Bible said when they left Egypt, the children of Israel now, Egypt is the ruler under Pharaoh Tachi, because Egypt, Kemet, is the ruler under Pharaoh, chasing the children of God out towards the Red Sea. The children of God, Egypt, Pharaoh, Kemet, chasing the Israelites. What's going on here, Tula? I see why y'all funking. Nation of Islam, I see, but we gotta talk about this. Not argue, talk. I'm on the subject though. The Bible said the children of Israel came to the Red Sea. They was trapped Pharaoh's army was right behind him. One quick verse is in there. And as many times I done read that, I put this on everything. I done read that and I swear the scripture wasn't there. And then I come back and it's there. It said, and an angel stood between Pharaoh's army and the children of Israel, that Pharaoh's army could not see him at the Red Sea banks, like gave him time. Bible said the Red Sea opened, stood up, and congealed. And they crossed over. Take it how you want it, but the lesson in it is very strong. Faith projects your prayers. Faith projects your thoughts. Faith sends your thoughts, sends your prayers. Just like that. Hit send on the email. Slingshot. Faith is the thing that sends it through the air. Belief is the thing that pulls it back. I got faith. It's gone, baby. He got it. Move on. So, and your meditation, your projection is faith. No matter who you serve, it's faith. You got faith that this Hail Mary about to work and we're going to win this game at the end. It's faith. And the angel stood between them. So they had angels with them. You got angels with you. You might call them supreme beings. You might call them elves, fairies. I'm hearing it all. Right? If it's working, it is that we call them angels, deities, whatever, gods, goddesses, stood between the children of God and Pharaoh's army. They didn't see him till they crossed over. Pharaoh's army tried to cross over. The sea came down. So, prayer caused it all. Belief and faith. That's something you don't have to be religious to have. If you want to be religious, you see where the origin of it is. Boom. So that's Sennacherib's army. Were big. They got preyed on. My grandma said, I'm going to pray on you, boy. Don't pray on me, grandma, because God be hearing them OG grandmas. I got to jump on them quick. Give them some love, straight up. Sennacherib in Assyria, they were taken by Babylon. Babylon threw Daniel in the lion's den and the 3 Hebrew boys in the fiery furnace. Brought him out because he saw that the God of Israel was a true God. The golden city that they say you saw from miles away looked like a giant sun down on earth, on the ground, and that's what it looked like. They got beat after so many years, 300, 3,000 years, 300, 400 years, by the Medes and Persians. Persia overtook them after so many times. I don't have the dates right now in my head. I got them. I don't know. It all equaled 1,260 years. So Babylon stayed in for like 4 something. Medes and Persia stayed in for like 3 something. That's 5, 6, 7. Greece stayed in for about 2, 3 something. 8, 9, 10. Rome stayed in 1,260. It mentions. It all adds up. It goes with Revelations 1, Revelation 6 with the horses, the stages of the horses, the white horse, the red horse, the black horse, and the pale horse. It all goes together. But Babylon got beat by Medes and Persians after so many wars. And Medes and Persians, for you guys, to give you a monument of who they were, that was Xerxes. Xerxes. 300. Leonidas and the Trojans. What, 300? That's my movie. Love that movie. Xerxes. Partner sitting on the giant thing with the bald head and earrings. The Medes. They conquered Babylon, took over They reigned for a few hundred years, whatever. Alexander the Great in Greece. Now we get into that Bible. Dang, it took how many sessions for me to even get here? I gotta give you the history. So I'm saying, you coming with your little butter knife. Let me clothe you. You butt naked. With something you Googled. I clothe you. It took 4 sermons for me to even get here for you. At 15 minutes a pop, because I gotta load them up and I ain't even go detail and get God the glory. Greece. Medes and Persia conquered them. They reigned. Medes, Persia, you can study them. Leonidas, the 300, that's a perfect example. That's who the Medes and Persians were. Trojans, Xerxes, they were the last. Skipping over them, Alexander the Great in Greece, is always somebody coming up on the backside of the desert that got your number. I just didn't meet him when I was battling. Humbly say that. I ain't meet him. I ain't run across homeboy. Didn't do it. Alexander the Great. He deserved his name too. Alexander the Great. History says he conquered the known world. The whole known world. Any place that there were people, countries, he took his folks. We out. We ain't going back home. They be going up 4 years, 3 years, gone, conquering. Alexander the Great conquered Medes and Persia. Here's the difference. Alexander had some type of psychological connection to spirituality. Why do I say that? When he conquered Egypt, he went and took over Egypt also at the time when they had already became a lower state, and then he made them tributaries up under him and went into the sacred temples. Now, when you're on YouTube and you go over Dr. Yosef Ben Yakiman, Dr. Henry Clark, Ivan Van Sertima, they came before Columbus, John G. James, and Cheek Ante Diop, the brothers who left the U.S. because they said someone right, and some of them who hadn't even been over here just to drop the truth, and studied abroad and said, we got the whole loaf. See, they'll tell you about ancient Kemet, Alexander, they'll tell you about Luxor and Karnak. That's the place where all the knowledge was of everything about you, me, us, any skin color, earth, universe, pyramids, the sacred geometry, sacred mathematics, everything. Alexander knew about it. He got it all. He went there. We're going to get the science. That's what he said. We're going to get the knowledge, homie. They brought it back. This is what he did. He wasn't only a conqueror, but it's something about rulers. They know something. They have a strong connection or affinity with something. And you know, you don't hate the player, hate the game. Tighten your game up. Build your confidence up, because it ain't easy to step into the middle of the plate and deliver, you know, night in and night out. He went, took all the knowledge they find, their tributaries, and made the library of Alexandria. It was in Alexandria, so you can go in Greece, find all the knowledge from ancient Kemet, which is Egypt. Now, it's a little touchy what I'm about to say. It never said he conquered the Israelites like that. They were already slaves, tributaries, meaning we agree to be slaves and we're going to work with you, let us live, under Alexander the Great. During that time, he went to Egypt and took the books. Get ready.